very quickly. I don't think there's no accident by us being here today. Honestly, I think that there's something bigger than us that is happening throughout our country, not in the entire world. I think what happened in Louisiana, of course, in the Gulf of Mexico, it really raised a lot of concerns of what's going on with our Mother Earth. I think that Mother Earth is telling us right now we need to come together because at one time or another we were all one family. I think throughout the years we've been very much apart, not by coincidence, but because the established status quo people that want us to keep us very much divided. We're all on the same boat now. We're all on the same struggles that we have now. In my mind, I think that because of what happened in Oakland last year, I think it's a blessing in disguise right now. Because the issues that are going on with us, our community, is something that we have to now more than ever. Brother Muhammad here is that we have to be able to speak up. We have to be able to challenge the people that are the politicians, our so-called leaders, because they're being bought by these larger corporations that are trying to protect their own interests. Our interest now, and it should be, is educating our youth, educating our generations, educating our kids that we have right now, because they're learning from us. I have a 6 and an 8-year-old daughters. I want them to know that we all have the same family. We should be colorblind. Anyone who's black, anyone who's white, anyone who's that, we're all in this together now. Because it comes down to this simple term is economics. While the top 20% people are getting richer, the lower 20% we are getting more harder, and we have to be able to provide for our generation. So, enough said. I'm looking forward to bring this to the forefront in Stockton and the Central Valley, and I'll be damned if I don't do something about it.
Around the time President Obama became president, something developed called the Tea Party, which represented primarily dissatisfied white people who felt like the country was being taken because of the perceived threat of people of color coming into positions of leadership. Even though many of them are under control, just the idea that maybe one day they'll get out of control. As Public Enemy said, a fear of a black plague. Or the browning of America. And the feeling as if their country is being taken. And from the time the president became president, gun sales, skyrocketed. Not in the black community. Militias have risen where they're training and arming themselves. But when a white person gets angry with his government and threatens or does something antisocial or deadly, they don't mention his religion or doesn't come up. Right. It's an isolated incident, a lone wolf, somebody who's just disgruntled.
Come on, brother. That's the language.
But now they're hunting terrorists in Mexico because of the Middle Eastern look, blending in with the Latino population. Right? See, you're looking for boogeymen. Right. It's called scapegoating.
Yes, sir.
So a Tea Party has arisen to express dissatisfaction. I ask you a question. Where's your Tea Party?
Come on now.
Oh, you don't have one? Minister Farrakhan said to us, dissatisfaction is what brings about change. You don't change what you're satisfied with. That's called the status quo. When you're pleased with something, you want to maintain we talk about alternative sentences.
Right. You mad.
California was ordered by a federal judge to release 40,000 non-violent offenders, many of whom shouldn't have been in jail anyway.
Listen now.
At $50,000 a year per prisoner,
Yeah.
you would save the state, if you complied with the judge's order, probably over $3 billion. Pardon me. $3 billion in savings by releasing people in overcrowded conditions that are non-violent offenders.
Man.
You could solve much of the budget crisis
That's true.
through prison reform.
Right.
You know who rose up against that? The prison guard. You know who else rose up against it? The business community. You know why? Because as Sister Valerie said, if you notice, gang injunctions are sweeping throughout cities in Northern California and throughout the state. These are ways of ethnically cleansing territories that have been targeted for redevelopment. So the developers are driving political agendas, and of course, to deal with the refuge of those who you want to move out of the Mission District in San Francisco, Bayview Hunters Point, West Oakland, North or East Oakland, North Richmond,
Yeah.
Oak Park.
Right.
What's the area to stop? South Stop. I'm sure there's parts of Modesto that they targeted. So now these areas become prime for what is called gang injunction,
Yes, sir.
which is really a warmed over apartheid pass system. Understand this now.
Yes, sir.
So you got gang injunction, you got the National Guard moving into Pittsburgh. Brother Frederick, are you here? Where is he? Oh man, well he was here. Tell us what you observed in Pittsburgh with the National Guard.
In Pittsburgh, California.
Quick.
In Pittsburgh, California, there's been road construction for about 2 years or so. And they always concealed exactly what was going on right off of Highway 4, the exit railroad, but they just recently finished. And when they finished, we noticed that there was a National Guard, the California branch set up with military personnel. They had armed tanks, they had camouflage, Hummers, military police. There were training exercises going on. We took pictures, so we have them available, but they're setting the stage, like the minister said, to ethnically cleanse this whole area. So it's very important that we pay attention and join on to this movement.
And you got gubernatorial candidates openly talking about this.
Yeah.
This is not to come. Because as the state economic